4, 3, 2, 1, go. Hey guys, Rancher here, Brion off commentary. This is going to be the third set between JangBi and Stats in round of 16 in the Nate MSL 2009. It's going to be on Fighting Spirit. We're going to have JangBi at the upper left-hand corner as the orange protoss. That means we're going to have Stats at the upper right-hand corner as the teal protoss. Protoss versus protoss yet again. JangBi playing weird and probably what ended up costing him the game, really, allowing Stats to overwhelm him eventually. And I honestly feel if he had played more standard, not necessarily going for Reavers, but just getting a army up, getting those high Templars into the game, and just army to army, I feel in a huge battle, where especially where storms are involved, JangBi has the advantage because he has very, very good large army control. Those huge battles, he is very good at those overall. It's why his PvT is so good, because whenever he engages a Terran just in the middle of the field, he just manages to crush him completely by beautiful use of storms, arbiters, stasises, and troop movement. And Stats a little bit more on the inexperienced side compared to JangBi, so I think he should take advantage of his experience, take advantage that he's been on this stage before, already been to 2 finals. Not that far away, like 2 finals a year ago in the MSL. Mind you, not winning either of them, but still, you know, gives him some credence that he is a very good player, high A-class level player, so he should definitely, you know, he gets the scout in. Stats meanwhile going to be forced to scout way far to the lower right, not going to be able to scout him while JangBi gets the scout going, so that's already an early advantage for him. We're going to see what actually we just thinks of Mana Pie. Just being very overall annoying, just trying to get some of those probes off the line. Gonna see whether he actually decides to try to Mana Pylon in there or not. He would actually be very much JangBi style. Sesame will have scouted the low right hand position. I'm gonna see what actually takes a whole circle, decides to go cross map this one time. I think he might, yeah, he is indeed gonna go cross map. Instincts, gotta love them instincts. He is gonna be able to spot JangBi then, but late. We're gonna see what JangBi actually has a Zealot in the field to try to block his own choke in time for this. Might actually have that. Might actually manage to prevent the scout from Stats. That might actually give JangBi an opening to try to go for something funky. Possibly, oh, I don't know, Dark Templar maybe. Does get the Zealot on that ramp. Now it's just gonna be critical to not allow that probe to get by. Probes. Stat's gonna try to get that probe by, but that Zealot's gonna stand there resolutely like, no, this is the wall that you shall not pass. Something alongside those lines. JangBi, you know, nothing but a Zealot to prevent him from to try to engage that probe. He's just gonna be able to keep it alive for ages until the Dragoon comes out. And I look forward to seeing whether both of these players play a little bit more standard. And I feel when it comes down to the war like this, when one win will win you this, and you win, you lose, you lose. It's not like earlier where JangBi could afford to go for something funky, try to do something a little bit different. But now if he does that and doesn't work out, he's going to be in trouble. He's going to just lose. Going to flat out lose. I don't see a spinning core from him. So this tells me might going for something different. Might yet again go for Titan Templars. On the opposite side, we do see a spinning Seminary core from Stats. We're going to see whether this is going to be another switcheroo from him or not. Because at this point, JangBi's going to, I think, play carefully enough to prevent any sort of such switcheroo. Second gateway now coming up from him. Still don't see a spinning Seminary core. I'm wondering whether he's actually thinking of expanding soon. 2 Zealots alongside a Dragoon means a dead probe in a few seconds. To try to keep that alive for as long as possible. Gets a look at a Seminary core. And we're now going to see as soon as that probe dies whether his Zealot does get this final shot on him. I'm going to see whether he actually decides to cancel that or not. Did not see a cancel. Probe meanwhile going to move out, add in a robotics facility. So he is going for standard. He's going to go for Robo. And on the opposite, we also see JangBi just now putting up his score. Does start spinning it. And is going to go for 2 gateways. So his robotics facility is going to be quite a bit late compared to Stats'. Stats meanwhile get his own second gateway up. So finally, more of a good old standard PvP. Actually, something I'm looking forward to. Stats moving out with a scouting probe. Not going to get picked up. There's 1 single Dragoon out for JangBi as well. Stats at the very least going to move out with that 1 single Dragoon. Is going to actually has a couple of Zealots come in to support as well. 2 Zealots Dragoon against 2 Zealot Dragoon, and of course with JangBi having the height advantage, I don't think Stat's going to be able to push this. He does have a second Dragoon coming in, though. JangBi has very short reinforcement, having his own second Dragoon coming out. He's going to start picking off at these Zealots, trying to hold the ramp, trying to make sure his own Zealots don't get picked off. Each player loses a Zealot, but as soon as JangBi gets his third Dragoon out there, is going to force that back, getting his own robotics facility out there. So the Reavers are observatory first, of course, for Stats, because he didn't get a scout. He wants to make sure there's no Dark Temple rush is going to be coming at him. But I think as soon as he looks, as he sees this force of JangBi's, that's probably not what he's going to be expecting. But he still wants to make sure he gets that scout in there to make sure he has the proper information, because JangBi's actually moving out a little bit. But I think JangBi can afford to simply put down his, getting his Reaver earlier. Doesn't really need the observers right away. Getting that support, robotic support earlier, which is actually referred to. Oh, Stats milling. JangBi moving out with one single Dragoon piecemeal, and the range kicks in just at that very second. Picks off one single Dragoon of JangBi's and a volley of fire. Yeah, robotics facility is actually the robotics support is actually the robo. Pardon me, robotics facility is just the robotics. Or what is it? I forget my StarCraft slang for a second now. JangBi actually going to go for this across the bridge. Has one single Zealot to help him out. But honestly, I think a range kicked in. That's why he decided to go in for this. But Stats hold this off fairly well. JangBi